welcome back to my channel. It has been 9 months since I filmed my last video. So today I will be doing a getting ready to unwind tutorial, and I will be discussing a little bit about what I have been doing since I left YouTube for 9 months or so. So with that being said, if you enjoy that sort of thing, please like and subscribe to my channel, and if you are interested, please keep watching. Alrighty, so first off, it's once in a blue moon since you see me embracing my natural middle part anymore, so voila! And I had also cut my hair short just last week. If anything, I've thought about cutting it even shorter. The reason I chopped it off in the first place is because I've colored my hair so many times, so my ends were just really dead, and it was time for something new anyway. So with that being said, let's get into it. I split my hair down the middle because I wanted to do 2 Dutch braids for this tutorial. So first off, I will need a wide tooth comb for this to detangle any knots. But first, let's take this baby off. I'm so awkward, I know. Anywho, I have a mirror in front of me, so I know what I'm doing. I'm going to follow down to my ear. I'm not gonna just braid it at the top, because having short hair doesn't really let you do that. Well, it's not really short, it's just medium length hair. So I had already made a few stitches here. It's been almost a month since I dyed my hair an auburn color. Beforehand, it was a chestnut brown. It was because I had never been not natural or blonde in that case. After a bit, I will show you the back so you can see what I am doing here. My hair is a bit frizzy because I had taken out my braids from before. I prefer Dutch braids to French braids because, in my opinion, I feel like they will give you a more beautiful wave after you take them out. But I still do French braids from time to time. So that's exactly what I am doing. As you may remember, last year I had finally learned how to braid my hair correctly. So for those of you who are women and feel like not being able to braid your hair has been a setback in your life, well, I am here for you. We are getting a little more towards the bottom now. So, we just got done gathering hair. So all we are doing is braiding it down. Ooh, I almost fell. So now I can bring the hair forward. I already have a rubber band on my thumb. So once I've gotten it down to where I want it to, which is right about now, then I can dig in there and secure the braid. Alrighty, the first braid is secure. I tried my best to follow it down to my ear, so that didn't really happen too much, but it doesn't matter. I have another rubber band here, so that's cool. If you are not too familiar with how Dutch braids work versus French braids, Dutch braids are the ones where you'll bring the left strand under and the right strand under, and you never touch the middle strand, because the left and right strands become the new middle strand. All you have to do is comb through the strands, whether it be with a comb or your fingers. And then you will get a cleaner braid depending on whether or not you're messy when it comes to that sort of thing. I will bring it back once again, so I'll go into more detail. This right strand goes underneath. This left strand, after gathering hair, goes underneath and becomes a new middle strand. Gather hair into the right strand, bring it under the middle, gather some more hair. This left strand becomes a new middle strand. Gather one last piece of hair. This right strand becomes the new middle strand. And then after that, you'll just braid it all the way down. I mean, it doesn't matter what you start with, whether it be left strand or right strand under the middle. As long as you're never touching the middle strand unless you're combing it out or tightening it up. Then you will get a pretty decent braid. Man, I am so messy with my braids, it's not even funny. You know what? Might as well secure it. Ooh. There it is. Alrighty. And that is the final result. Next, I will be using the Olay Active Hydrating Beauty Fluid Lotion. This is the original. Come on, would you focus? There we go. I'm just gonna rub that all over my face and neck. And then I'll just rub some of the residue on my hands just for giggles. Next up, where's my little pocket mirror? There it is. I'll be curling my lashes. I know to some of you these things look intimidating as all get out. But when you don't want to put on mascara and you need an extra boost, this baby will be your best friend. I will be grooming my brows just a teensy bit. My intent is to brush the hairs up and out. In my personal opinion, the natural big bushy eyebrows look a lot better than the ones that one would draw on. Honestly, I just was never able to get with that at all. I mean, sometimes I will tweeze, but at the end of the day, I always want to keep my natural brow shape. I'm not gonna draw them or anything at the moment, so next up, I will be using this chapstick, Total Hydration Moisture in Tint in Rose Petal. And this is what it looks like. Let's give my lashes a little love one last time. Let's curl these babies up. Squeeze them a few times. Alrighty. Of course, you can use whatever moisturizer you like depending on your needs. But that is that. And I like to do 2 Dutch braids when I want extra volume in my hair, because it is a bit of a struggle for me, more or less, because I have natural pin straight hair. It makes me really hard to get my hair to curl, and so I found out that braiding my hair is the best solution for me. But anyway, just today, I have been searching for mental health counselors and therapists in my area because, if I'm being honest, it's been a long while since I have felt like myself. It's been a long time since I actually had interest in my passions. I never went to college like I initially wanted, and from other people's college failure stories, I found that it's nothing more than a debt trap, and having a degree really doesn't secure anything, unfortunately. I definitely wish it did, otherwise I would have gone for 2 to 4 years to get a degree so I could kickstart my creative writing career. So I could be an author, but unfortunately that was never the case, because although I have been dealing with some of the collective trauma from the coronavirus pandemic, I have also been battling some personal stuff as well. So I just didn't want school to be another thing to struggle through and essentially even stress over, so that never happened. I am working now. I do like what I do, and I like most of my coworkers as well. However, I never actually went and developed a personal relationship with any of them, just because I really like to keep to myself, and who knows what any of them could use against me. I mean, it's not like I don't trust them, but honestly, people just suck these days. Anyway, I am very impressed by the progress that we have made since the lockdowns began last March. However, I know that we still have lots of work we need to do. Something that I have been really distressed about is the Yakima Symphony Chorus is in danger of not continuing. So I don't even know if I will be able to get that opportunity to perform with them ever again. Honestly, that was one of the last times I felt the most alive in my entire life. So, with that being said, as a person who loves the arts, I really hope the arts industry comes back from this and bounces back by large margins. I am still volunteering for my church's youth group. Although for quite a bit of time, I questioned my position of influence because honestly, I've just felt so broken for so long that I doubted that I should even be going there anymore. I mean, we obviously have a stereotype of the perfect Christian, and I was definitely far from being one of them. I mean, I know there's not such thing as the perfect Christian, but God knows that standard can get to us sometimes. Well, that is if you practice Christianity. If you don't, that is totally fine by me. I will not judge you in any way, shape, or form. I'm just so sick of people being ugly to each other, and I want us to all be able to come together as a community, as humanity, and I want us to not only return to normal, but to be able to grow as a community and just be a lot better overall. I want us to be able to return to doing the things we love without having to mask up and social distance. I mean, regardless of how you may feel about these precautions, there are people who will abide by them simply because they have loved ones to protect or just because they care about the people around them, regardless of what situation they are in. And then there are people who will treat essential workers like crap for enforcing company policy, which I do not stand by that at all in any way, shape, or form. But like I said, I am so sick of people being ugly to each other. I'm just dying to return to normal for once. Well, not normal, but I want us to all be able to be better because normal wasn't working, and it's what got us in this position in the first place. I mean, regardless of how you feel about the COVID-19 pandemic and everything else like that, I feel like we could have been out of this a long time ago. But that's just my personal opinion. I mean, for me, wearing a mask isn't a problem, and social distancing isn't too big of a problem because I've been setting the trend in social distancing since forever as an introvert, and as somebody who grew up in and around emotionally distant people, I've been used to living under layers, so I guess that doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I definitely wish the circumstances weren't so scary or the stakes weren't so high. But anyway, that's just me. I mean, that was just to be humorous, but if you take this personally in any way, shape, or form, I sincerely apologize. Anyway, I really hope you are doing well, and I hope this video makes your day. I have realized a long time ago that I can detach from anyone and anything rather easily, and it's even played out for most of my faith journey in Jesus. And I mean, I have always known that more or less, but I was really able to discover that about myself ever since the lockdowns began. Another thing that I had come to realize is it's never the changes we want that change everything. Rather, it's the changes that we despise or fear or are never prepared for that will show us what our loved ones will do in our time of need, whether they decide to stay or opt out. It helps you realize your worth and It shows you that your anger is the part of you that loves you, that you might have even worked hard for your anger because, like I said, it's a very natural emotion, and if anything, I tend to be really impatient when things don't work out when I want them to, and if I'm being honest, I am very uncertain about my future because aside from dealing with the collective trauma, I have also been dealing with some personal things as well. Hence why I haven't been able to sleep for a whole night on a regular basis. I've had irregular sleeping patterns. I've lost interest in my passion. And overall, I just feel so empty inside. I feel so down all the time, and yet I feel like my mind is always racing. So I decided to reach out to a couple therapists today. I have yet to reach out to a few more. So I do hope that once everything is all said and done, I will finally get to my journey to healing and reconciliation. Because God only knows I will need it right now. If anything, I feel like no matter how often I pray, no matter how long I pray, that I just won't receive the peace that I need. But then again, I have seen the Lord work in so many ways in my life this past year, and I am so thankful for the progress that I have seen all around me. But for the time being, I just hope that I can see healing all around, and I know how close we are to ending this pandemic, but we still have a whole lot more work to do. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you all very soon, and I don't ghost y'all for 9 months or so. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Cha-cha! See you soon.